ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अजानुलम्बितो भुजो कनकवदातो सङ्कीर्तने कपित्रो कमलायताक्षो विशम्बरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय पराधलक्ष्मी क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्न वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome everyone again in this Hari Katha session we have every Sunday, and again I got reminder that I have to speak little slowly, which is not my style actually. I find difficult to speak slow because when it comes in flow, then it's difficult to stop the mind. But there's some translation going on simultaneously around the world with different countries. So they're requesting me again and again. I have to be a little slow. We all are hearing Hari Katha, but I'm just serving Hari Katha. I'm not cooking Hari Katha. Those who have uh, said this, preached this, spreaded this, they are the one, uh, our guardians and our authorities. I'm just serving, or in other words, I'm just, kind of delivering their message, because Hari Katha can give everything, whatever desire we have. All desire can get fulfilled because of Hari Katha. The reason being is Hari Katha is different from Hari. Krishna Katha is non-different from Krishna. I'm sorry. Krishna Katha is non-different from Krishna. So anyone can have their desire fulfilled by hearing Hari Katha, by speaking Hari Katha. But what we have to ask from personification of Hari Katha to fulfill our desires, that would be disrespect to Hari Katha. Fulfillment of desires is not the prime goal of Hari Katha. That's disrespecting Hari Katha. So what shall we ask from Hari Katha? We can get Krishna. This is better, but even this is not appropriate. Yeah, this is also not appropriate to get Krishna, because Krishna is something which is even attainable by demons. Even demons get Krishna. Yeah. When demons got killed by Krishna, by Lord Ram, by Lord Krishna, then even they got Krishna. But something which they didn't got because they didn't heard Krishna Katha. What they didn't got? They didn't got Krishna Prem. So getting Krishna is not the prime goal of hearing Krishna Katha. Attaining Krishna Prem is the only goal of Krishna Katha. That's the reason. Who started, very first person who started speaking Krishna Katha, or who's that person who has given us so much unlimited description of the form of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna, yeah, the names of Krishna, and the pastimes of Krishna, from where the flow of Krishna Katha flowed. You know the origin? We may say, of course, from Gurudev. That is true, no doubt. But Gurudev has heard from his Gurudev, and his Gurudev has heard from his Gurudev. And that's why we have entire Guru Parampara. Our Guru Parampara starts with Krishna, and that's why all devotees around the world, they sing this song, and every disciple should sing this song in the morning, and that is glorification of Guru Parampara. Krishna haite chaturmukha, Hai Krishna sevan mukha, Brahma haite narade ramati, Narada haite vyasa, Madhva kahe vyasa dasa, Purna pragya padmanabhagati. So this is Guru Parampara. In every Gaudiya Math around the world, devotees they sing this, remembering all entire Guru Parampara, starting beginning of the day. You see, so Krishna is the one who has started this parampara. But from where Krishna has heard his own Harikatha? He has heard from gopis. He has heard from Radha Rani. Whenever Radha Rani speaks, the ears of Krishna stands to hear, because Krishna don't know himself. Radharani knows more about Krishna, and that's why when Krishna disappeared from Rasa Leela, intentionally he disappeared, or sometimes he speaks some things which makes gopis feel separation, and when gopis feel separation, then the jewels in the heart of the gopis came out. Jewels from the heart of the gopis comes out. Sometimes it's not possible in union. Understand? Try to understand this. I know we are not qualified for these topics. We need a qualification to understand these topics. It's not that cheap, and it's not that easy. But just to lighting that fire, so that so much respect, adoration, desire for Hari Katha and Krishna Katha can manifest in our heart. That we can, the day we are longing for that day, that we can live without food, but we cannot live without Krishna Katha. If it happens like that, then Krishna is very close to us. But I'm sorry, it's not happening like this to us. It's not happening. Yeah, we are not giving so much importance to Krishna Katha. Therefore, Gurudev used to say, beg, borrow, and steal. Wherever you get, just hear and utilize your time and inspire your heart to the service of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas. This is the purpose of Krishna Katha. So, intentionally, Krishna used unfavorable words to Radhaji and to gopis. Why? He wants to hear what is the jewel present in their heart. And therefore, the gopis, they sang Gopi Geet. The name is Gopi Geet, but actually it's all Krishna Geet. Gopis are not glorifying themselves in their song. When we speak something or when we sing something, we want to highlight ourselves. Why should we highlight it in the audience? These are called upadhis. These are called designations. Yeah. And sadhus, they give up all their designations. They give up all their upadhis. Upadhi designation is always dancing on the head and make a person crazy. One start thinking I'm beautiful. One start thinking I'm a very good singer. One start thinking I'm a good speaker. And so many examples. So upadhis designations always hit on the head. Therefore, we don't have to see the crown. We have to see the dust of the lotus feet. Like the brother of Lord Ram, Bharat Maharaj. When Ram was in exile, Bharat Maharaj was being asked, whatever crown you like to have from the treasure house, you can choose that crown, the most expensive ones, which are plenty in number, which are worn by many, many kings in their, all their ancestors in the dynasty, all embedded with so many jewels. But Bharat said, all these crowns have some upadhis, some designations. I don't want to decorate my head with these crowns. I want to decorate my head with the dust from the lotus feet of Radha, from Ram, Lord Ram. I want to see that. I want the dust from the lotus feet of Lord Ram. This is what I want. You see? So what priority Bharat Maharaj? Not the crowns, but the dust. Vaishyam pad rejo abhishekam nishkinchanam navrinatu yavat. The desires, what should be our desires? Srimad Bhagavatam says, the dust from the lotus feet of Mahabhagavats, the remnants of pure devotees. And what are these remnants? Remnants of pure devotees is their Hari Katha. So imagine how much important Hari Katha in our life. So molding our life to that point, we cannot survive without Hari Katha, either speaking or hearing. Everyone should learn. Like in my last Sunday class, I said, all devotees should learn this shloka from Bhajan Rasya. Yeah, and Braj Kishore Prabhu immediately he also, he sent this in the group, and I wonder how he immediately sent this in the group. And that shloka is very important. And there are many devotees around the world, even the young ones, they're very expert in learning these shlokas. Like in Holland, you have two small girls, Taruni Gopi and Radhika, um, Radhika, something like two girls. Whenever I ask them to learn shlokas, they are very expert. They learn whole Shikshashtakam. They learn so many other shlokas and feel so proud that, oh wow, they are our like daughters. They are like our devotees. Right in this young age, they're learning so many shlokas. And because we are telling them to learn the shlokas and they're learning, it gives so much, you know, it gives so much inspiration to just tell them to learn more and more. This is the importance of Harikatha. And in that Gopi Geet, what gopis are not singing about their glories, the gopis are singing about Krishna's glories in Gopi Geet. And the best shloka, I mean, all shlokas are wonderful, but gopis are glorifying Harikatha. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavi bididitam kalmashapaham shavana mangalam shrimad atmatam bhuvi garananti te bhurida jana. See, in Gopi Geet, gopis are glorifying the glories of Krishna Katha. Tava kathamritam. What is the meaning? Anyone who has no respect towards Krishna Katha, they are mritam. Their life is dead life. In Bhagavatam, example is given just like a dead woman wearing so many ornaments on her body. How these ornaments? So many from toe to head. But do she look good, beautiful, wearing ornaments on her dead body? No, she look beautiful when she is alive, not dead. Similarly, one whose life has not turned towards Krishna Katha, Hari Katha, is like living body but no life. Life is Krishna Katha. Without that, Mritam. But one who has made Krishna Katha as the ornament of their life, you know what? Then it is Tav Kathamritam. Then it is Amrit, it is nectar, ambrosia of Hari Katha. This is the importance, and that's why every day we have to hear Krishna Katha from wherever we get, from bona fide sources. And that's why we are trying to hear this, the glories of Radharani, since we started from Radhashmi Day. And I'm speaking about from Srila Guru Gobind Maharaj, very prominent Acharya in our line. So my request to all devotees, whatever you heard in the previous class, give some time to hear this on Saturday evening so you get fresh of what you heard in the last week, because there is a gap of 1 week. So what you heard last Sunday, there's a possibility you all forgot that. So try to hear, give your time to revive what you heard last week. So I'm starting from his book. I'm not going to repeat the last one. So he's saying, is this not madness of Krishna? See, he's addressing Krishna as a mad person. And we all know what is the madness of Krishna. Yeah, the madness of Krishna is the glories of Radharani's love. Then he's saying, is this not madness? What a mad person does. He don't know what he's doing. This is a symptom of a mad person. He don't know what he's doing. So even Krishna don't know what he's doing. He, any mad person, not acting soberly, becomes talkative, or he starts singing, or he start crying. You might have come across some of them. We have seen a couple of them. They start crying, they start talkative, or they just, if they're eating, they go on eating and eating and eating non-stop. If they're sleeping, they go on sleeping and sleeping non-stop because brain is not working, mind is not working. This is madness. And if a person is speaking soberly, uh, then we don't address that person as a mad. So in Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita, he's so sober, gentle, intellectual. He's not mad there. Yeah, he's intellectual there, full of knowledge. But where he is shown his madness, in Braj, in Brajadham, the land of Radharani. Brajadham, in other words, is the land of Radharani. Brajadham, in other words, is the heart of Radharani. So when Krishna walks the land of Braj, he's not normal there because he's always thinking of Radharani. Always how to please her and how to learn from her, how to imitate her. This is madness. Be careful. Don't take it that easy of what I'm saying. Yeah. Many of you may think, oh, Krishna is casual, he's mad. No, he's Bhagwan. The glories of this, the sweetness of this is that the all knowledgeable one, the all Bhagwan, who is full of all knowledge, full of all renunciation, he is acting like a mad person, not an ordinary person acting as a mad person. You understand? The most intellectual person, Vande Krishna Jagat Gurum, the Guru of complete universe, many universes, he became mad. Yeah. Madness of what? This is the sweetness of Braj pastime. I was just seeing day before yesterday in Harikatha here in Houston that one of the reason why Krishna's not wearing shoes while he walks in Vrindavan. Why? What is the reason? Yeah, there are many reasons. But one reason is Chaitanya Chaitamrit says, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Anyer Manye Man, More Man Vrindavan. Mane One Ek Kori Mani. Oh, some other people, ordinary person, their mind is their mind. Means always, positive, negative, positive, repulsion, attraction. Mind, the status of mind is like that, very restless. But more man Vrindavan. Radhani say, my Vrindavan is my heart. And Krishna is wondering in Vrindavan Dham how he can wear shoes when he walks in the heart of Vrindavan, the heart of Radharani. That land which is the heart of Radharani. Krishna never wears shoes there. And that's why many of our acharyas, devotees, they never wear shoes when they are in Dham. They wear shoes, airplane, airport, in the taxi, but when the moment they reach Vrindavan, no more shoes. They walk barefoot. Because Krishna also don't wear shoes in Vrindavan. Because Vrindavan Dham is the heart of Radharani. Yeah. It needs so much attention and understanding and concept to come to this point. So we don't have to become fanatical or just mad. Everything comes according to qualification, adhikar. So, see the madness of Krishna while he is in Braj. He spends whole night behind a berry tree in the courtyard of Jatila, where Radharani is married. Whole night Krishna is standing under a berry tree, waiting for Radharani, waiting to see her, waiting to hear from her. Is this is not the madness of Krishna? Is there anything which Krishna cannot accomplish? Everything he can accomplish. Just by his desire, he can do anything he wants. Creation, annihilation, maintenance, everything he can do. But this is the sweetness of Krishna, that he's not normal, he's abnormal. Yeah. So Krishna is always afraid of Jatila, Radharani's mother-in-law. Therefore, he spends the whole night behind that berry tree. He does not come out in fear of Jatila. So the question is this not madness? Uh, Kunti Devi said, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, the prayers of Kunti Devi. In that prayers, she uttered one verse, Bhir api yad bhiveti. Bhir api yad bhiveti. Personification of fear get fearful from Krishna. Anyone who chants the name of Krishna can get rid of all fears. And even the personification fear trembles, fearful from Krishna. But what's happening to Krishna in Braj? He's fearful. From any demon? No. From any ghost? No. He's fearful from mother-in-law of Radharani. This is madness of Krishna. See how our Acharya is explaining this so wonderfully. All credits to them, all glories to them. Sometimes he sit on the path where Radharani comes and goes, waiting for a long time, hoping Radharani will come, Radharani will come, Radharani will come. He's just waiting and waiting and waiting. So is this not madness? All the kings, all the great personalities, Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, Lakshmi, they're all longing to have one glimpse of Krishna. Yeah. The Prime Minister of a country comes, and many people are waiting to see one glimpse of the Prime Minister. Yeah. This is a different kind of madness. But you see the madness of all great personalities. Shiva, Mahadev, he became like a beggar, and he came in Gokul. When Krishna got birth, Shiva thought, I want to see the Bal Gopal, baby form of Krishna. So Shiva came as beggar and calling out, Alak Niranjan, Alak Niranjan. Moment he started saying this, yeah, Krishna on the lap of Yashoda Maya started crying very loudly. Crying, weeping. Ah. And Maya thought, what happened? And she applied every means to satisfy Krishna, but was failure. Krishna is not stopping. Yeah. And then the maidservants of Yashoda Maya said, there is one beggar outside the door and he wants to see this baby, your baby. But Maya said, no, no, I will not show my Lala, my son, to any beggar because I fear from bad eye. Yeah. So anything good There's always a possibility of bad eyes. If you're eating good and if someone is staring at you, be careful. People might have bad eye on your food. If you have good loving relationships, no need to expose because many people will not like this and they have bad eye. So there are many examples. Then what to speak of? Krishna, who is so beautiful, and anyone can have bad eye. So Yashoda Maya fearful, no, I will not take Krishna out. But then Nanda Baba consoled, no, no, Yashoda, you, our son is crying. So just give me, I will take Krishna out for a second. Yashoda Maya, no, no, I will take my son. But only one condition, I will show my son to this beggar, to Shiva, only one second, one moment. So Krishna wants to see Shiva and Shiva wants to see Krishna. Mother Yashoda came out with Krishna and she opened her veil and immediately covered Krishna. Shiva started dancing. Oh, I got this. I got darshan of my Prabhu. Yeah. Shiva started dancing and Krishna, baby Krishna also became quiet. Oh, father of Krishna, Nanda Maharaj said, oh Baba, you are very gentle and very generous. My son was crying so long he was not quiet, but by seeing you he became quiet. Can you help me? Baba said, yes, what do you want? Can you stay always outside the door? We'll make a small room, a small hut for you. Just stay here. Then Shiva asked, why? So because every time my son will cry, I will bring that son to you. Because by seeing you, he become calm and quiet. Shiva said, wow, what I need more than that. I always have darshan of Krishna. You see? So therefore, everyone is longing to have darshan of Krishna. But Krishna is waiting long hours on that path where Radharani is coming.
Correct.
He's so restless. So is this not madness of Krishna? Sometimes, to get a touch of Radharani, he disguised himself as a wife of a barber. Mhm. Krishna tried to uh, disguise himself as ordinary, like a maid servant, the wife of a barber. Why? He wants to touch, slight touch of Radharani. Because why? It's not a touch of lust, it's a touch of prem. Because the complete body of Radharani is made of prem, made of love. Therefore, Raghunath Das Goswami says, Mahabhav Ujjwalo Chinto Ratno Bhavita Vigraham Sakhi Pranay Sadgandho Varotu Varam Suprabhavam Karunamrit Dharai Vichivi Tarunamit Dharaya Lavanamit Vanyapi Sanapit Garpatindriya Ipattvastram Goptangi Saundarya Grishitam Shama Ujjwal Kasturi Vichitra Kalevaram Kampu Ashra Pulak Stambha Swed Gadgad Raktaya Unmado Jadmityeti Ratnidar Vibhushita. Saur Bhrant Pure. So very beautifully described the description of Radharani. So the body of Radharani is Mahabhav Ujjwal. It's made of Mahabhav Prem. Mahabhav Prem, the complete body of Radharani. And Krishna wants to touch that Mahabhav, that love, that Prem of Radharani. Not just like touching the body. So to get a touch of Radharani's body, he disguised himself as a wife of a barber. Uh, Who's doing this? Krishna, who is Yogeshwar. Means yogis meditate on Krishna, and Krishna is disguised himself as wife of barber. He put on sari and pretend to be a wife of a barber. So much he has to do. He goes there and says, Radharani, I have brought very nice alta. Alta means the red color that women put on the soles of their feet. Yeah. So Radharani, I brought alta. I brought the first class alta specially for you. Radharani, please come. Give me your feet. I'll put it on them and it will look so nice. Krishna is doing this. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Uddhav ji has uttered one verse. स्वयं तु साम्य अतीश त्रिधि स्वराज लक्ष्मी आप्त समस्त कामा बलमिम हिदविन चिरलोक काल किरण कोटि यदपाद पीठा. The glories of Krishna as Supreme Lord is where Krishna places his lotus feet on the seat, on the ground. Just his place very artistically. Krishna's sitting posture. Like one feet, try to think this. One feet on the ground with the shoes, that's in Dwarika. One feet on the ground and other feet just like a raise on one seat. Yeah, small seat. And so artistically, he's just like a king. And all great personalities, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, many other, they all come and place their mukut, their helmet, and pay obeisance to that seat of Krishna, not even his lotus feet. So this is his tattva, this is his identity. But what he's doing here in Vrindavan, he's putting alata, the red color, where? Lotus feet of Radharani. So is it not madness? Today Hari Katha is of madness. Because we are also mad in this world. We need some treatment. So how we can get cure of our madness? By hearing the madness of Krishna. Yeah, by hearing the madness of Krishna, then our madness will go away. We are also mad with many things. Yeah. So is this not madness? Then sometime he also goes to Radharani's doorstep, disguised as a beggar woman. Wow, this is amazing. He disguised himself as a beggar woman, begging alms, Bhiksha, Bhiksha, Bhiksha. And what he says? He says, please Radharani, come out and give me some Bhiksha. That Krishna who is so generous, who always gives and gives and gives. And that's why we pray to Krishna by say, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeshe Gopikant Radha Kant Namostute. Krishna who is so generous, he gives everything, whatever you want from Krishna. Bhagavatam says, Krishna said, Akamo sarva kamova moksha kam udarihi. Anyone who comes to me with desire, I fulfill their desires. With no desires, I also fulfill that. And if someone comes with the desire of liberation, I also fulfill them. He is so generous. This is Bhagavatam. But Rupa Goswami explains the nature of Krishna. Krishna Vadanya Sulatausi Premado Bhavati. Who can be more generous than Krishna that he is giving prema even to the creepers of Vrindavan, even to flower and creepers. He's uh, generously distributing this prema even to the creepers. Generous. But Radharani is more generous than Krishna. And that's why Krishna disguised as a beggar woman. And he comes to the doorstep and say, give me some bhiksha, give me some bhiksha. What kind of bhiksha? Dehi padapallam udaram. Dehi padapallam udaram. Give me, I place my peacock feather and my flute to your lotus feet. So Radharani asks, what bhiksha you want? Krishna says, give me your man. Give me a sulky mood. Be pacified. And he do so much to pacify Radharani. Is this not madness? So many examples of madness. It's not normal. But in Braj Leela, this is more than normal. This is normal because the comparison is been done Krishna and Radharani, not in any ordinary woman or an ordinary lady. The comparison is done with Radharani, and this shows the madness of Krishna is only for Radharani. Sometimes he disguises himself as the wife of a gardener who make garlands. Krishna is very tricky. He always want to disguise as woman. Sometimes wife of a barber, sometimes wife of a something like a beggar woman, and now he wants to become the wife of a gardener who makes garlands. And what he says, Radharani, I have brought very nice garlands with varieties of scented flowers for you. Please come. I will put some garlands around your neck. I will put garland on your neck. So Maharaj is saying, is this not madness? Krishna is longing to put this garland. Yeah. Sometimes he disguise. Oh my God, so much disguise. Sometimes he disguises himself as wife of a washerman and goes to Radharani doorstep and says, Radharani, please give me your garments. I wash them so nicely that they will become more blazing than sunlight. Krishna wants to wash the clothes of Radharani. Please give me your garments. I'll wash them very nicely. Is this not madness? Sometimes he disguises himself as the wife of someone who makes sandalwood paste. Taking some very nice scented sandalwood paste, Krishna says, Radharani, I have brought this nice scented sandalwood. Please come. I'll decorate your forehead with some nice scented sandalwood paste. Please come, please come. Always begging. So is this not madness? Because Radharani body is like molten gold, golden complexion. Tapta kanchan gaurangi. He sometimes embrace a golden creeper, thinking that this is Radharani's. This is Radharani. Can you imagine the situation of Krishna? Because only in madness a person do these things. Only in madness. Seeing a golden creeper, and Krishna is thinking, "Oh, this is Radharani," and he goes and embrace and start crying bitterly. See the extent of emotions of Krishna. He only want to see Radharani. So is this not madness? These are all symptoms of madness. It is Radha Prem that has made him mad. Sometimes he take dust from the path that Radharani has trodden upon and smear it all over his body. Dust from the lotus feet of Radharani. Krishna smearing all over his body. Yeah. Is this not madness? Some devotees are new who are hearing these topics. I don't know how much will you understand this because this is something very new for you. And there are some devotees who also hearing me. I'm seeing them, they're seeing me. They've associated Gurudev since 1996. There are some devotees from Holland, Maya and all, they are hearing this. They have seen how Gurudev, when in Brajmandal Parikrama, Gurudev used to go to Mansarovar. Behind that Mansarovar is a pond. Yeah, is a lake, is a pond. And what is that? In that, what is that in that pond? Huh? Water? No. In that pond, in that pond, it's not only water. In that pond is tears of Radharani. Means that tears of Radharani flowing so much from her eyes, it makes lake. What is these tears? Can it be possible? This is achinte. Achinte means beyond our perception. How much can you cry? Yeah? Okay, some people take it very easy. Oh, Radharani is just like an ordinary woman, fell in love with Krishna. Okay, we all love someone in our life. Anyone, parents, brother, sister, wife, husband. If there is separation, how much can you cry? Can you fill a cup or a big jar with your tears? Can you cry this much? Not possible. There is a limit, a limitation. I've seen a father when I was in Faridabad, my center, who lost his daughter, which was she was very young, like 23 years, and somebody has murdered her right in the market in front of everyone. He cried so much. Can you imagine the condition of father? And I was on my tour to Europe. When I came back, he came to see me, and he was speaking like casually, and I'm not seeing a single tear in his eyes while he was describing what happened to his daughter. She was like, her head was chopped off. Imagine. So after he explained everything to me for 30 minutes, I was wondering why he's not crying. Don't he love his daughter? And of course he do. And he saw my face and he said, Maharaji, you might be thinking why I'm not crying, explaining all this. I said, yes, but I was reluctant to and shy to ask you. He said, because I've already cried day and night, 24 hours for months and months and months that I lost my daughter. I already cried so much. Now even my tears got dry. I have no tears in my eyes, all dry now. You know, so I'm just trying to relate this. It's just an example. How much we can cry? There's a limit. We can't fill one jar with our tears. And imagine the tears of Radharani made a complete pond, because that tears is the tears of love in separation from Krishna, or sometimes in the meeting of Krishna. She cries so much. Why I am speaking these topics? I already said we are not qualified to even speak or hear this. Why we are hearing this? The first reason is we started from Radhashtami and we have not completed this book yet. So once I started this, I want to complete this. This is one reason. Even while I'm saying this, speaking this, and I'm also, I can't realize this, but trying to understand why Krishna is so much mad. Why Krishna is so much longing to get the complexion of Radharani. and the mood of Radharani to become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is that glories of Radharani? Because we are Gaudiyas. The meaning of Gaudiya is like Vaishnav means the devotees of Vishnu. Karshna means the devotees of Krishna. But we are Gaudiyas. Gaudiya means we are devotees of Radharani. The predominance of Radharani over Krishna. We are Gaudiyas. Now I have so many quotations from different scriptures where I can give evidence and proofs from Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and all the scriptures, all our books only emphasize on one topic, and that is the glories of Radharani. Yeah. So by hearing all these topics, naturally there will be some emotions or some understanding the concept how glorious is our Radharani, and why we are called Gaudiyas. You know the glories of our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I come across some devotees from different Gaudiya mats, and they used to say they were having so much attraction for Krishna prior to meeting Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Even institutions like ISKCON and others. But they said, moment we have heard from or we associate from your Gurudev, our criteria changed. We came to understand the glories of Radharani, and that is favorite topic of our Gurudev. It's not just he chose this topic. This is nothing to be like choices. This is something which is ideally the concept of our sampradaya. Raghunath Das Goswami says, I want to become maid servant of Radharani, not even the girlfriend of Radharani. And everyone says this. Great intellectual person, Uddhavji saying this. Great saint, Naradji saying this. So all our acharyas. And what to speak of all of them, even Krishna is saying this. He only wants to become what? He wants to take the dust from the lotus feet of Radharani. So that's why we are hearing this. Yeah. Even while chanting Maha Mantra, which is given by our respected Gurudevs, we are chanting Maha Mantra on our beats. So what is the first alphabet, the syllable we chant in Maha Mantra? Is Hare. Krishna comes later, but we start with Hare. Hanti dukhani bhaktani rati sokhyani chanyaham Hara Devi Nigrita Mahakaruna Shalini. Jiva Goswami Pad explains the commentary of Mahamantra, and he explains the meaning of the word Hare. Hanti dukhani bhaktani. Hare means to steal. So what Radharani is doing? She is stealing what? The miseries of the devotees, the troubles of the devotees. And what are the miseries and troubles of the devotees? They are not getting food, or in the Sunday feast, no one has given them cake. Sunday feast, they didn't got sweet rice. Sunday feast, they didn't got much honor. These are our egos. This is not the miseries. This is not our problems which Radharani steals or take away. Hanti dukhani bhaktani rati sokhyani chanyaham. Hara Devi Nigrita Mahakaruna Shalani. The worst troubles of the devotees, forgetfulness of Krishna. That's the worst. So when we chant Hare, We are addressing to Radharani, please take my miseries. Please still my miseries, Radharani, because you are Maha Karuna Shalini. You are full of all Karuna, compassion, full of all compassion. And my worst disease is forgetfulness of Krishna. I forget Krishna. And Radharani, you are the one who always serve Krishna or please Krishna. Therefore, we and you are quite opposite. A devotee can say to Radharani while chanting, this should be our emotions. Radharani, we are quite opposite. You want to forget Krishna, but you can't. And we want to remember Krishna, we can't. So you can't, we can't. What to do then? Can't means can't, C-A-N-T. Just add one word H in the complete word can't. Then it becomes chant. Just add one little one H. You can't, we can't. So Radharani, please add this word add. And she is doing this. Mahakaruna Shalini, full of compassion. And that's why she is sending. Okay, people, don't worry. I'm sending someone to you. I'm sending my representative. And representative of Radharani is our Srila Gurudev, our Acharyas. This is how Radharani is showing her compassion to us. Because someone can think, oh, compassion means a fruit will fall from Golok Vrindavan in my hands. And when I will eat this fruit, oh, then I will understand this is compassion. No, it's not compassion. Compassion is, she already manifested her compassion in the form of sending Gurudev in our life. And we are so fortunate we got this kind. We got Gurudev who always spreading the glories of Radharani. So this is the madness. Krishna smeared the dust from the lotus feet of Radharani. That's why the reason why many devotees around the world, they say we got so much inspiration from Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj by hearing his lectures and by reading his books. Yeah. And that's why I was requesting all of you to join that audio seva team, because we have almost 10,000 lectures of Srila Gurudev. And so much is going on. So many devotees are, many of you are working in that, I know. I'm getting very good feedback from the audio seva team that many of you are contributing your time and other kind of contribution to accomplish this before Gurudev Centennial 2021. Those tapes, cassettes, not in good shape, can't understand, so much noise in the back. With the help of our audio seva team, things are getting so nice. And you will see in the year 2021, Gurudev Centennial, all this lecture will be very easily accessible to everyone in the whole world. And Gurudev said, when I will leave this world, then people will understand what I have contributed to all of you. And Gurudev said, you cannot repay me of what I have given to you. So we say, Gurudev, yes, this is true. We cannot repay you of what you have given. So much glories of Radharani. So sometimes when Radharani is taking bath upstream in Jamuna, oh, this is very funny. You will like to hear this. I remember by reading this, once Gurudev also Many times Gurudev said this. Sometimes when Radharani is taking bath upstream in Yamuna, at the same time Krishna takes bath downstream. He wants to touch that water which is touching the body of Radharani. Imagine. Understand? Sometime when Radharani is taking bath upstream in Yamuna, because Yamuna is flowing like this, and Krishna is always watching when Radharani is coming take bath in Yamuna. Always, looking, because, and when Radharani is taking bath in Yamuna, Krishna is in downstream, because the kumkum and the flower from Radharani's braid will float downstream and touch Krishna's body. Krishna wants to touch this. What? The flowers which were in the braid of Radha, decorated with the hairs of Radharani. Is this not madness? This is the title of our class today. Madness. The madness of Almighty. The madness of Supreme Personality. The madness of God. Yeah. No other religion will digest this. No other sampradayas can digest this. Any Hindu mandir, pujaris, never, they can't digest this. Why they can't digest this? Because this is the wealth of Gaudiyas. Can you imagine how fortunate we are? And what we have done in our previous lives, that today we are Gaudiya Bhaktas. How fortunate we are. We came in this line. No one can digest this. We can very easily not only digest, but we are relishing this. Imagine if someone makes a nice cake and you can't digest. There are some devotees in Costa Rica, Manimanjari, and Holland, Trideshwari, and Shashikala. There are many devotees who are Ishwari, and Rasapriya. Then there is Sudevi, Haripriya from Austin. They are very expert in making cakes. Even Anandani from Holland. And of course, Shama Priya from Holland also. Very expert in making cakes. So, if someone has very poor digestion, imagine what will happen. Diarrhea, stomach upset, can't digest. But if we are very normal in our strong digestion, we can hold that cake, and not only holding that cake, but we can also relish and taste that cake. Imagine. We can taste that. So Gaudiya devotees, they have a very strong digestion. They can also taste, relish this cake. These glories of Radharani over Krishna, the madness of Krishna. Yeah. Why I said these names here? Because when I visit these countries, I see they make so many beautiful varieties of cakes, and they offer to Radha Krishna, especially on Janmashtami and Radhashtami. When I visit, especially Holland devotees on Janmashtami, they make 7 floors. Premanandi there, and with other didis, 7-floor cake. And every devotee relish this. They relish these cakes. So this is a simple example to say what other devotees cannot, other sampradayas and other religion cannot digest. Gaudiyas not only digest, but they also relish this. And what is that relishing? the madness of Krishna. Hmm. Okay, now sometime there's another verse is in uh, Radha Ras Sudhanidhi, a book written by Shri Prabodhan Saraswati Thakur. The very first shloka in that book, I was taught this shloka by Madhapriya Prabhu 25 years back in our beginning of our Krishna consciousness. And he used to teach me this. Yasya kadapi vasna chala khela nothya dhanne ati dhanne pavanen kirtarth mani yogedam durgam gati madhusudanopi. Very beautiful words. Right in the beginning of this great book, Radha Ras Sudhanidhi. This book only speaks about the glories of Radharani. Can you imagine? Sometime we will hear this. Yeah. But prior to coming to this book, we have to first hear Bhajan Raise, Chaitanya Shikshamrit, Updeshamrit. Yeah. Then later we'll come to this point because we have to also be very righteous with our principles, with our practicing of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day very seriously. Yeah. Don't be loose in chanting this. Maintain your, even if you have to struggle for this, even we have to struggle for this. We are tired, we can't, we can't chant and we are restless, we want to sleep. Struggle for this. Krishna, Gurudev will acknowledge your struggles, your endeavors to accomplish your daily practices. Radharani will see, their heart will melt that you are so tired, but still you have to maintain this chanting 16 rounds, which you have promised. Never give up this. There is so much restlessness. No time, no time. I have to finish this before I go to sleep. You know, this is also needed. This will what? Maintain a good digestion to digest this madness. Otherwise, if you can't digest these topics, sickness, vomiting, diarrhea. So if we want to relish this, we need to also maintain our chanting. That's most important. And I see many devotees, they are not serious with their chanting. They're not serious. They take it easy going. Okay, only saying Radhe, 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 that's all. But this is not our principle. Maintaining that chanting. Because as many times as we are chanting, names of Radharani is there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. What is Hare? Hare is Radharani. So how we'll understand the glories of Radharani if we are not chanting her name? Yeah. So chanting very serious. Make a habit of chanting on your beats. But other times when you are at your work, your kitchen, you cannot hold your beads. I told devotees here in Houston and other states in America, try to chant sometimes when you finish your rounds on your beads, which is the fixed number of rounds which you have, you know, promised 16, 32, 64, 100, 200, 500. Other than that, when you can't hold the beads, when you are walking, you're going to work or some other, try to engage your tongue in chanting. Try doing this. I I can I cannot say I promise you, but you will find even if 30 minutes this tongue is chanting, 30 minutes, yeah, then this tongue becomes habitual, habit, constantly moving and chanting Krishna Krishna. It happens with many devotees. Try doing this. Yeah, it will happen. And then we can very easily understand the glories of Radharani. Yeah, then it's easy. So this is how I was speaking about Radha Ras Sudhanidhi. That the breeze which touched the veil of Radharani, yeah, the breeze which touched the veil of Radharani and goes into the nostrils of Krishna. And when Krishna smell this, what happens? He start intoxication. Hmm. And he falls. He faint. He faints on the ground. That's why one of the qualities of Radharani is Gandhodmadit Madhava. Gandhodmadit Madhava. He make the fragrance from the body of Radharani, transcendental body of Radharani makes Krishna intoxicated. Imagine. Yeah. So, is this is not madness? Yes. Answer is this is all madness. A madman is always fickle, running hither and thither. Sometimes becomes so mad, Krishna runs here and there, crying for Radhe, for Radha. And when Krishna cries for Radha, what he sings? Kothai go prema mai Radhe 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 go jai Radhe Radhe Kothai go prema mai Radhe Radhe देखा दिया प्राण राखो राधे राधे देखा दिया प्राण राखो राधे राधे তোমার কাঙ্গাল তোমার ডাকে রাধে রাধে তোমার কাঙ্গাল তোমার ডাকে রাধে 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 রাধे एक बार डाके केशी घाटे আবার ডাকে বংশী বটে কোথায় গো প্রেমাময়ী রাধে রাধে Shri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, which we see his picture in our Guru Parampara in the altar, he used to sing this bhajan with tears in his eyes, the whole body smeared with the dust of Shri Navdeep Dham, and he's just crying, crying and weeping. And what he's saying, Kothai go prema mai Radhe Radhe. What is the meaning? Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, please give me your darshan. Otherwise my life will leave. Otherwise my life will leave me. I will die. So actually Krishna is saying this in separation from Radharani. Radharani, dekha diya prana rakho Radhe Radhe. I am your beggar. I am your beggar. My life will leave me. Please come. Give me your darshan. Give me your darshan. Sometime he calls Radhe Radhe at Keshi Ghat. Sometime he runs to Vamshivat and calls Radhe Radhe. Where are you? Where are you? Then that Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj writing, then that mad Krishna runs to Nidhivan and calls there, Radhe Radhe, where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Krishna is calling out like a madman. Then he swiftly runs to Kunjavan and there calls, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, where are you, O Radharani? Please give me your darshan, otherwise I will leave my body. So, is this not madness? Then he runs to Radhakund and there he calls, not complete Radhe, because when Krishna comes to Radhakund, he feels such intense ecstasies. He can't even utter Radharani. He can't even utter Radhe. Just like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's seeing Lord Jagannath. He can't say Jagannath. He can't say complete word Jagannath. His voice gets choked. and he's saying ja ga ja ga ja ga like this. He can't utter Jagannath. This is symptoms of prem and love. We can't understand this. Just here, when Krishna comes to Radha Kund, his moods totally change. Because what is Radha Kund? Water. You all might have seen this. A pond of water. That's all. Radha Kund is a melted form of Radharani. Melted form of Radharani. This is Radha Kund. And when Krishna comes to Radha Kund, he can't utter Radhe. What he's uttering there? Ra 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 Radhe. He can't utter complete Radhe. Ra Radhe. So much separation. And then he jumped in Radha Kund. And when he jumped in Radha Kund, he stand in the water of Radha Kund and do tapasya, austerity, chanting Radhe, 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 Radhe. And all the Sakhis, because they are Ashtasakhi, 8 Sakhis from the different kunjas, they are watching what is this going on. Krishna is chanting Radhe, Radhe, so intense. Hmm? Yeah. So Krishna comes out from Radha Kund, he jumps to Sham Kund, his own kunda, which Krishna made with his own lotus feet. Karshasi Sarv Tirthani Tajab Jnanam Krishnam Yate. This is the meaning of the word Krishna. Krishna means the one who attracts all the tirthas. Karshati Sarv Tirthani. That's why he's Krishna. He attracted all the tirthas and made one kunda called Shama Kunda. And when he calls to Shama Kunda, he calls Ra De Ra De. Separation. Then he goes to Kutsumvan and calls there, Radhe, where are you? Then he goes to Govardhan and calls, Radhe, where are you? Then he runs to Talvan and he wandering all Brajmandal. It's separation of Radharani. Yeah. And finally Krishna says, I'm your beggar, Radharani, I'm your beggar. Beggar of what? What you want? You have everything, you have all opulence, you have all strength, you have all beauty, you have all knowledge, you have all renunciation, you have all wealth. You cannot be beggar. Krishna said, yes, beggar. Beggar of what? Radha's prem, love of Radharani. Such a wealthy person becomes beggar. Imagine. Is this not madness? There was one beggar who approached Krishna in Dwarika. Who is that beggar? Sudama, the friend of Krishna, very poor. He approached Krishna like a beggar. And when he approached Krishna like a beggar, I'm not going to explain this whole pastime some other time, but just the last point. When Krishna gave so many gifts to Sudama, so many ornaments, earrings, bracelets, necklaces, so much gifts. And whole night Sudama was thinking, I can't sleep in this palace. I want to go back. Krishna is respecting me so much. He's washing my feet. He's sprinkling the water of my feet to all these queens. I'm feeling so embarrassed. I want to go. I want to go. And early in the morning, Krishna, he left. Oh, sorry. Sudama is leaving the palace of Dwarika. And Krishna came right in front of Sudama. Right in front. Sudama, you leaving me without informing me? Sudama gave tears in his eyes. Krishna understood everything what Sudama wants to say. Krishna ran and embraced Sudama. Who needs one who has desire to manifest more love, come forward to embrace. Sudama was not in a position. It's not that Sudama is shy, but he's so much overwhelmed with love that he can't come forward to embrace Krishna. Krishna needs the embrace of Sudama because Sudama is dedicated and devoted to Krishna, and that attracts Krishna. Krishna came forward and embraced Sudama. And when Krishna embraced Sudama, what happened? Krishna said, "Okay, friend, I know you're leaving me, but I'll be long waiting for you." "Yes, yes, I will come again." Krishna said, "Okay, but before you leave this palace, just take out your earrings. Give me back. Give me your necklace which I gave you. Whatever ornaments I gave you, give me back." Sudama was wondering, what is this? Krishna is not miser. With so much love and devotion, affection, he has given me all these valuable ornaments. Why he is taking this back? And Sudama said, "Okay, I mean, rich people, wealthy people, very moody. Sometimes they give and then sometimes they want to take back. So when I came, I was having nothing. And when I'm leaving, I should not be worried about. When we came in this world, we had nothing. We just came naked, even without clothes. When we leave this world, we'll be also having nothing, empty hand. But in this process of taking birth and leaving, so much is needed and so much is greedy for. Yeah. But Sudama is fully aware. He said, doesn't matter if Krishna, he gave me and he's taking back. Like Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he used to make a statement. If Krishna wants to give you with his two hands, how much can you collect with your tiny two hands? He has big hands. Yeah. When he's giving to you with his two hands, how much can you collect? You can't even collect as much as he wants to give you. And if Krishna wants to snatch from you, how much can you fight with him and take everything back from Krishna? You cannot. So we are not independent, we are dependent on Krishna. Whatever he snatch from us or whatever he is gifting to us. So Sudama was not worried. Krishna gave and now Krishna took back. But the question comes, why Krishna took all these gifts back from Sudama? Looks like strange, huh? Why he did this? Was he greedy to get his gifts back? It's not proper. Because Krishna always wants to spread the glories of his devotees. And how he did this? When Sudama came out from the palace, everyone was already, lined up to see who is this friend of Krishna, that Krishna ran to embrace him. Krishna, who is king of Dwarika, is embracing a poor beggar. So everyone was just waiting and for Sudama to come back. When Sudama came out from the palace, everyone saw and they commented, "Wow, this is the first time we are seeing someone, a pure devotee, a pure friend of Krishna." Because many times we have seen poor beggars entering into palace without any possessions, but when they see Krishna and they go back, they become very wealthy. This shows they all come for only wealth to see Krishna, but only Sudama is the one who came back, who came out from the door, from the palace, again like a beggar. This shows the love of Sudama was not for the wealth of Krishna, but just to see Krishna. Yeah. So this is the madness of Krishna. Krishna is calling out everywhere in whole Braj Mandal. I'm your beggar, I'm your beggar. Radharani, please give me your darshan. Oh Radharani, only for you I'm residing here in Braj Bhumi. Wow, such a bold statement. Krishna is saying. Yeah. This is a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, my favorite song, because Gurudev used to like this song. Yeah. बोले तू हो बिना कहाँ रासा तू लागी मोरा ब्रजवासा Remember this bhajan? In Braj Mandal Parikrama, Gurudev used to hear this at Vamshivat, the song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Uh, very emotional. So one line in that one statement in that song is Bole tuhu bina kahar ras. Bole tuhu bina kahar ras. Tuhu lagi mora brajavasa. The meaning is, O Radharani, only for you I am residing here in Brajbhumi. Otherwise, why shall I reside here? Why Krishna never leaves Vrindavan? Because the presence of Radharani everywhere. Radha Kararchit Pallav Vallarike, Radha Padankam Vilasa Madhusthalike, Radha Yasho Mukhra Khagar Vallike, Radha Vihar Vipane Ramata Manasame. Yeah, Radha Ras Suddhanidhi. This whole forest of Vrindavan is touched, all the creepers are touched by the lotus hands of Radharani. And this land of Vrindavan is the Padankit Bhumi, means the land where Radharani is always wandering. And that's why Krishna always wants to stay in Vrindavan. Then he said, otherwise I have no purpose of staying in Vrindavan. There is a purpose. Yeah. Tuhu bina kaha ras. Oh Radharani, without you, how I can dance the ras dance? It is only for you, Radharani. All this will be useless if you not give me your darshan. See, so much intense separation of Krishna towards Radharani. Yeah. Radharani, all this will be useless if you don't give me your darshan. So, he is, who Krishna is? Madman. Radha Prem is such Prem that it makes Krishna mad. Thus, Radha Prem is Guru and Krishna is the disciple. And it makes Krishna dance. According to what tune, a melody of Radharani singing, Krishna dancing accordingly. Yeah. So this is, today we heard the madness of Krishna for Radharani's frame, Radharani's love. But be careful when you're hearing this. I'm alarming again and again. Don't take these topics very casual and ordinary. This is very high class. Yeah, this is giving us a concept, the mood of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. See the spirituality of Radharani, that even Almighty Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna becoming mad for Radharani. So we pay to Shri Gurudev, all Acharyas, that we can understand this topic. Now we are only hearing. Yeah, I told in the beginning, we are not qualified, but we are hearing this. And I am sure many of us, including me and all of you, we got some impression of what is Radharani's love for Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo Shri Radha Rani ki Jai. श्री राधा माधव की जय। समस्त ब्रजवासी वृंद की जय। श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय। श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल।